ladies and gents, and welcome back to Chit Chat with Inky, where we do a little chit and we do a little chat, y'all. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Before we get started, y'all, I want to say thank you to my supporters and my subscribers. Thank y'all so much. My little family is growing slowly but surely. Heck, I got patience, okay? Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Chit Chat with Inky. And also my daughter, she has a business. She's on Instagram, flame_unique. And she also has a website where she ships nationwide, flameunique.com, y'all. She has some really nice stuff, purses, jewelry, shoes. You will absolutely love it, ladies. And fellas, you will love it for your ladies. Believe me, always got deals, always. So check her out. Today, y'all, I know it's been a while. Don't I know? I am so far behind, y'all. Between working, dealing with my youngest daughter, who's about to be 16. It's a job. That girl runs me all over the world. But today, we want to do Love and Marriage Huntsville. Yes, y'all. So we start off with Martell. He's having a celebration to, just acknowledge and announce his wine that's named after his grandmother, Inez. He come in looking like the king of Zamunda. And Martell, he did say he doesn't drink, and he did have a glass of wine. You can clearly tell that he's been drinking. So, excuse me. He's doing a speech. He calls everyone up to acknowledge, the people that he feel like supported him in his journey. And he calls up, of course, Maurice, Marcel, and he called up Lou and a few other people. And we can see his uncle in the back getting ticked off by the minute, by the second. But Marcel didn't even really pay any attention. He was just saying, I named this wine after my grandmother and everything. And he did mention his grandmother name and that the wine was named after her. And for the uncle, that just was not enough. Now, I believe that the uncle also wanted to be acknowledged. I really do, because when he saw Martell calling up all these guys in his life that he felt like supported him, his uncle was standing there like he was waiting for his name to be called and it was never called. Unc looked like, really? So the wine is in my grandmother's name. I've been your uncle since you've been born. I'm your family member. And you acknowledge your friends and don't acknowledge me. Oh, Unc was ticked off. But the only thing that I was thinking about with the uncle is, he was saying, that's my mama. That's my mama. I'm like, we get it. That's your mama. Dude. Okay. My mama. That's my mama name. My mama this. My mama that. I'm like, oh, God. So I wonder if he was a mama's boy or if he just mad. Okay. So Martell tried to talk to him. Martell told him, don't you ever do this on camera. You're on national TV. Don't do that. Child, Martell got with him outside, but Martell did try to make amends and apologize, which is big for Martell, because we already know he don't apologize for crap. So, Unc, that was big in him, because he don't apologize. Usually he takes no responsibility for what he does. And he took responsibility. Child, you better take it. That's all you can get. The next day, the fellas was packed up, ready to go home. Lou had left early. We found that out when him and Tiffany had a conversation at home. So Lou left early because of death in the family, and they had to drive down to Birmingham. Tiffany was asking about the trip and how everything went, and Lou was like, everything went fine. We went to the rage room, and I let out frustration. And she was like, what do you mean? Like, what are you talking about? Because in her mind, she's getting it in. She's up and popping and everything should be good. But in Lou's mind, nothing is popping. He's frustrated. So she was like, I'm sexually frustrated. She was like, so you felt the need to take it out in the rage room or tell the guys instead of coming to me? Tiffany, he may have come to you. You probably just didn't listen to him when he said it. Because in your mind, again, Tiffany, you think that you got it up and popping with him. And apparently you don't, because he is upset, baby. The way he tore that room up, he frustrated as hell. You see all that strength he got? He ain't getting none. He got too much strength to be getting laid the way Tiffany say that he being laid. Ain't no way that man still got all that strength. He tore that damn room up. I'm gonna need Tiffany to go back and watch that scene and see how your husband tore that room up. He is frustrated, girl. I'm sorry. Frustrated, not the word. So Kimmy and Maurice come home or whatever. Kimmy's in the house. Kimmy was telling him, you know, like, it was so peaceful here. The house stayed clean. I have no noise. You were gone. Jalen is gone because he have his own place. Martha only stopped by her every now and then. She even put the dog out. Kimmy even put the dog out. Kimmy was like, I needed some Musa, and that was perfect for me. But she asked how the trip and everything went. And of course, you know, Maurice, he told her straight out how it went with a little funniness to his thing. It's so-called he think he was being funny. He told her that he told her that Martell was saying how he had a Mel 1.0 and a Mel 2.0 or something. Child, I don't know. They both named Mel. That's all I know. He did tell Kimmy that they went to the strip club. Kimmy was like, I just want to know, did you touch anybody? He was like, what do you mean by touch? Like, you can't say I caressed somebody. Like, I touched somebody, but I didn't, like, caress them. She was like, it'll come out on social media if you did. He was like, yeah, I did touch, but I ain't, like, you would never be able to call it caress, though. You know, that's his story, child. He is sticking to it. So, Kimmy was pretty fine. She was just telling, he was also telling her that they went to the rage room too, and about Lou, and Lou is like frustrated, and Kimmy said the same thing, like Tiffany and Lou both on two different pages. Like, they're literally thinking two different things, because she doesn't think that Tiffany even realized how frustrated he is. Tiffany don't. Tiffany have no idea. But you know, Maurice was up front with Kimmy about everything. He put his little emphasis on it, but he was alright with her. Tisha and Marcel. Marcel is a mess. And, you know, Marcel told Tisha, you know, they did go to the strip club. And Tisha was like, why every time y'all go to Atlanta, y'all got to be at the strip club? He was like, well, you know. She was like, what are you doing at the strip club? He was like, you know, I do what I do. She was like, what is that? Yeah, what is that? What did you do, Marcel? You know, Marcel, he plays a lot with her mind. He plays with her mind bad. If he's the type of guy, if he's not doing nothing, he leads her to believe that he is. Because, you know, he was talking about Lou and how he was sexually frustrated, you know, as far as him and Tiffany marriage and sex life too. And he was just saying, like, yeah, if I went through that and I was in a marriage and I wasn't getting it, I'd step out. And, you know, and Tisha just sitting there looking at him like, are you serious? He was like, yeah. He's like, people ask, is it worth, is one night getting something worth, you know, losing your family or whatever? Oh, and he was like, yeah. I'm like, he's really serious. And Tisha was like, it's a difference between not having sex and not having enough. And there is a difference. But Tisha, I'm going to tell you one thing for certain, and two things for sure. If this guy, he's literally telling you, if you're not giving him what he wants, you can best believe he's going to get it from somewhere else. And he's straight telling you. So when he does it and it comes back to you, my forehead is so shiny. But when he does it and it come back to you, he's going to tell you, well, we had this conversation and I told you so. So Tisha, you better keep them eyes on bro. Because he straight told you without telling you. He really did. And I just, nah. He is serious and he's not playing. He was saying, him and Tisha both were saying that wives and girlfriends are like two different things, which is true. And Tisha was saying, you know, like, wives, we have the responsibility of cleaning and cooking, take care of the kids. We work. you know, and trying to make sure our husbands are good. Like, we have a lot of responsibility, and girlfriends don't. That's their main, well, girlfriend slash side chick, if you want to put it like that. That's their main focus, is the guy, because they're not home taking care of the kids, doing this, doing that, boom, 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 boom. The wife is, at the end of the night, she's like dead tired. Of course, the girlfriend's not tired. She's not boggled down with the same responsibilities. So, of course, it's like this fun experience that you're having with another woman. But if you took that same woman, which is that girlfriend, and you made her a wife and had children and household stuff with her, you'll see her become the same as your wife, because she now has a whole lot of... Sorry, y'all. Somebody came knocking at my door. Like, I'm the type of person, if you come to my house and you knock on my door and it's unannounced, like y'all know you coming, I will not open the door for you, because nobody comes to my home without informing me first. Everybody knows that. So when that happens, it's usually like somebody trying to get you to buy something, or get on my nerves, just buy. So as I was saying, a girlfriend, if you give a girlfriend the same responsibility that you're giving your wife, you will definitely see that she's not going to be all ready in the bed with lingerie on for you either. That's just what it is, okay? Marcel was saying that spouses have to take care of each other, and I agree with that. Yes, we do have to take care of each other, Marcel. That even includes not playing those mind game and mental games with your wife, having her all stressed out thinking that you're doing something if you're not, or, you know, just playing them games. Stop, dude. She don't do it to you, don't do it to her. Tisha still goes to see Dr. Francis, y'all, and I'm so happy for that, because I think he really helped Tisha in a lot of ways. I like Dr. Francis. I really wish that he was in our city and state, because he's really good at his individual counseling or couple counseling. Like, I really like that dude. And he was telling Tisha was saying that she had a homework from him on who Tisha really is. And we all have to wonder, like, who we really are. Like, we know that we're moms, we know that we're wives, we know that we, you know, we're caregivers, we know this, we know that, but who are we really? And she said she looks in the mirror, and it's just raw when she looks in the mirror. Like, the tears, the everything, it's just there, because it's really a reflection of herself. She takes everything out the equation, and she really asks herself, who am I? And like, what do I, not everybody else, what do I want out of life? And, you know, and I think that really helped her, because if you look at Tisha from when she was, from like the first season, like, I've been watching this every season since it started coming on. Look at her now. You can literally see the growth in her, because at one time Marcel used to keep her in the house, boggling down with them kids, cooking. Yes, he did not want her to do anything, but she has really come out her shell. So I think that whatever she's doing, she needs to keep doing it. But she also told Dr. Francis that Marcel went on a trip to Africa by himself. It was like a spur of the moment. And Dr. Francis said, why didn't he take you? And she was like, he told me just something he really need. And Dr. Francis ain't about to bull. Let me tell you something. He do not play no cutting cards. And I'm with that. Why didn't he take you? You see what I'm saying? Dr. Francis told her it was a spur of the moment for you. But that's something he already thought about. He already knew about it. Yes, he did. Let me tell you something. He already booked it. He already booked the flight. He already booked the hotel. He already booked what he was going to eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and do in between. All the stuff was booked. That stuff was booked months in advance, Tisha. I'm telling you. He just told you like 2 days before he got on that flight that he was going into something that he needed to do for him. But he already knew, and Dr. Francis told her that. But sometimes Tisha act like she's so naive when it comes down to Marcel. And sometimes you have to wake up. Even though you love him and you trust him, as you say you do, you still have to wake up and keep your mind open, keep your eyes open, listen, keep it open, and you will find out things. That's just period. And that's pretty much what Dr. Francis is telling her. And Dr. Francis told her, like, she was like, well, I didn't go because I would have to make sure the kids have babysitters, and make sure this is done, and make sure the clothes is washed, make sure, you know, that and this and that and this. And he was like, You know, like, where does that leave Marcel? So in other words, Marcel wouldn't have to help with gathering none of that stuff. You take too much responsibility off of him. And each time you take responsibility off of him, you put more on yourself, and it makes it harder for you. And it also gives him the thought of, I don't have to do that because Tisha do it. I don't have to make sure that's good over there because Tisha do it. Long as I go out and make a paycheck, that's all I need to do. And Marcel really said it, because even when they was in the room when he was talking about the trip, and Tisha was like, all the stuff women do, then you expect us to just be ready on the bed. And he was like, well, what about all the stuff men do? We work, hang out with our boys, go to the bar. Exactly. And that's, in his mind, that's all he want to do. Let me tell you something. Women teach men how to treat them. If you know what I'm saying? If you make, and the same thing, men teach women how to treat them too. But I notice when it comes down to children, a lot of women take on more of the responsibility. And I don't understand how. Men are men, but they're also human beings. So they can learn how to do the same thing we do, if that makes sense. I shouldn't have to take on all the responsibility when you're a human just like I am. The only difference between me and you is I'm a woman and you're a man. You feel me? Like, if I can do a ponytail in our daughter's hair, you can do a ponytail in our daughter's hair. You feel what I'm saying? If I can book a babysitter to watch the kids while we go out, you can book a babysitter to watch the kids when we go out. Anything I can do as far as the household, you can do as well. So, no. You're not going to put all responsibility on me, especially when I work a job just like you do outside the home. I mean, it is what it is. And it's going to be what it's going to be, okay? And vice versa. If a man take out the trash, he know how to go take out the trash. And women know how to go take out the trash. I mean, if it makes sense. So Dr. Francis was saying, you know, the more responsibility that you put on yourself and take off of him, the less responsibility he going to care to do or have. And it makes a lot of sense. And I see that with a lot of couples. And I'm telling you, a lot of people get upset with me when I tell them that. Like, no. If my man, significant other, or husband, whoever, don't know how to do something, I'm going to show you, because I'm not going to take on all the responsibility while you sit there and flick your fingers. That's not going to happen. So, yeah. But I get backlash because I don't take no crap. It just is what it is. So we got Kimmy and Mel. They meet up and they talk or whatever. And Mel talking to me that she looks nice with the red hair. They look real cute. And Mel asks Kimmy, like, you're not, it doesn't concern you for your husband to go on a trip with Martell? Like, Mr. Cheater himself, it doesn't concern you? And Kimmy was like, no, because I trust my husband. Well, guess what, Kimmy? At one time, Mel trusted hers too, child. So Kimmy was saying that because Mel didn't have problems with Martell, that she thinks everybody is that way. And everybody's not, you know. But at the same time, Mel pretty much saying, you keep your eyes open, because I know Martell, he can be persuasive. If your man ain't strong enough, he would persuade him right into the strip club like he did. Straight up. I'm just being honest. So Mel did side-eye Kimmy like, okay, I'm just trying to warn you, girl. So Kimmy was telling Mel that when about the wine, and Mel said, I haven't, you know, seen the wine, taste wine or anything, but I did hear about it. And Kimmy was saying that Martell's uncle had got upset because of the introduction, and he didn't feel like his mom had enough acknowledgement, you know, and everything. And Kimmy was just, Mel was just like, what uncle? He was like, she's like, probably his Uncle Sam. And Kimmy like, I don't know. And she was like, usually his Uncle Sam is calm. So if it was him, like, he really had to get ticked off to say something to Martell. I still believe that his Uncle Sam did want him to say more about the grandmother, but I really think that his Uncle Sam was hurt because he brought up all the guys that have nothing to do with our family, and he didn't acknowledge him standing right there. I think that was the big thing about it. You know, like, he didn't say, and I want to bring my Uncle Sam up. You know, this is my grandmother's son. You know, he's been a big part of my life. Like, that's what he wanted. And he didn't get it, and it really upset him. And I could see how, like, okay. So Kimmy was asking, so Mel said, who was the planner? event planner, and Kimmy said a girl named Melnika, and Mel was like, and Mel was saying that Melnika was planning our wedding, and she quit weeks or something like that before the wedding. So she had to get someone else to do it that Melnika knows to finish out the plan of the wedding. But Melnika said that Martell was a cheater before they even got married. Said that Martell was a cheater, but Mel didn't listen to it or anything because at this time she didn't know, and she didn't believe it because, you know, she didn't know. She thinking Martell was this perfect guy for her all along. So Martell been doing this type of stuff for a long time. And Melnika said something because her and Martell had a falling out right before the wedding. And she told. But, of course, Mel didn't believe it. I mean, she believe it now, but back then she didn't believe it because she had no idea. But this episode was pretty cool. The next episode is coming up. Look like it's going to be pretty good too. So I'm just going to wait for that. I am late getting my commentary out. I still have another video I need to put out soon because I'm late with everything. But y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in, Chit Chatters. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share. Look at my video previous to this one. Don't forget to follow my Instagram, Chitchatwithinky. My daughter Instagram, flame_unique. And she has a website, flameunique.com. She has a lot of nice stuff, purses, jewelry, shoes. Check her out. And thank you to my supporters and my subscribers. My little family is growing, y'all, slowly but surely. So I like to say thank you, thank you, thank you. And until next time, bye.